Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Avadon, the Black Fortress. When we left off last time, we finally found Quennel down in the dungeons. Could not convince him to leave. He wants to stay because he brought shame to his family and he thinks it's just going to be worse if we go home. Even though we told him his family wants him back, but, you know, he doesn't want to go. So, unable to find Fabron, the quest giver, we just went on and got our first look at Dhorl Stead, which was pretty interesting, and we will go back there, but first, off screen. Here's this guy. He's hanging out on the upper level, kind of by, Redbeard. So, the upper library. All right, you. Stop running around. Okay, I need to talk to you. Okay, I met Quennel. He's alive. I think he's mostly okay. He doesn't seem like his mind's been shattered in any way or anything, but, he doesn't want to go. Ah, that is unfortunate. Well, not for me. I never met the man. Of no interest to me. But his nobles will be displeased. Still, he is alive, and they'll be happy to hear that. He gives you a pouch of coins and a wand. That is the sort of thing you hands need, isn't it? Money and things that make fire. We appreciate your help. Alright, I don't know. I feel like I failed this quest. I could have lied and got him out of there, but I don't know. I didn't really feel right doing it. He'll leave whenever he wants to leave, I guess. Is there anything else you need me to do? There is, and you will be very well paid. There's an exile from Calendario. Her name is Avadon. Ooh, I met her. She's hiding in the Kva, somewhere near Goldcrag. I'm afraid that she needs to be killed. It absolutely needs to be done. Or so I am told. Okay, but I'm not gonna kill someone just because someone else told you it needs to happen. Why does she need to die? I have no idea, really. I imagine she has a claim on some piece of land or other, and the nobles currently on that land want to make sure she won't return to take it. It's a depressing business, unrelated to the health of the Pact, but it is the sort of thing only Avadon can do properly. No, if it's not related to the health of the Pact, then it's not under Avadon's purview, and I'm not doing this. Why don't you do it yourself? Because the Kva would be very angry if we sent our armed troops wandering around in their lands. There's still much anger from the Black Age. I'm not going to kill her. So where is she? She travels a lot, but the spies of our nobles have seen her in the lands around Goldcrag. I don't believe that she'll be there for long. Well, she'll be there or she won't. It's nothing to do with me. I am not going to go assassinate someone for you, and you don't even have a clear idea of why. No, that's not Avadon work. No. No thanks. Maybe I should warn her, though. I kind of want to, just to see if I can. Pretty sure this is still going to be closed. Let's just double check over here. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we got our quest done. Where do we want to go now? Oh, and it turns out that, teleport is just a battle thing. So I can go like... It's not even teleporting me. How does this thing work? Oh, there we go. I don't know, maybe it would work normally. Okay, clearly I don't understand the ins and outs of teleport. We'll explore it some more. Tinker around, see what we can figure out. In the meantime, do I want to see? I kind of do just want to see if I can warn Avadon. I don't know, she wanted me to steal from the dragon, though. Honestly, I should probably just stay right out of it. It's not Avadon business. I know there could potentially be, quest rewards or whatever for doing that, or experience gains, but I feel that there's moral ambiguity about both the parties in question. I don't trust our guy who wants us to kill her just because someone told him she needs to die. And I don't trust her who wants us to steal from the dragon either. I kind of feel like I'm better off just, this is all their problems between them. They can work it out themselves. Okay, so back to Dhorl Stead. Let's see what we can do here. Dhorl Stead. Let's start looking at these buildings. Avadon! I love that they go running away from us shouting. Okay, what do we got going on here? Is there anyone in here? Hello? Ah, there's some people. Box is locked. And there are warriors looking on. So even if I had a lockpick, it probably wouldn't be too smart to try to get in there. Okay, so this is looking like maybe some kind of barracks. Alright, I want to look here and see. Is there anything? Nope. I was curious about those bags on the wall, but it doesn't look like we can interact with them. And I don't think we want any of this stuff. Alright. This one is the trading post. Let's have a look. Adeline. Merchant. Okay, well she's the one with a name, so let's start with her. Get over here. This is an old wooden clan hall that has been converted into a trading post. Merchants from all over Cameria and beyond pass through Dhorl Stead. The power of the local lords has attracted trade. A woman is inspecting a newly arrived shipment of bolts and cloth. When she sees you, she walks quickly over to you. This Camarian is not happy to see warriors of the Pact in her post. I am Adeline, she says, and this is my shop. My shop. What do you need? I need to speak with you. She shakes her head. The word came from the fortress. Hunter Salom has said that we are not to speak with you. She points to the northeast. Go to Ogrim Tor. They will give you all you need. Before you can respond, she turns on her heel. Well, wait, hang on. She ignores you. Soon she's on the other side of the hall. All right, well, I mean, if her superiors said don't talk to Avadon, then... There are several merchants in Dhorl Stead. Some are Farlanders and some are from the Pact. They are negotiating the sale of wagons full of goods. When you listen, you note that the Farlanders tend to give Pact merchants very good terms on everything. If they don't, punishment awaits. Which is crappy. But, again, I mean, I'm a hand of Avadon, and I don't understand. Is it really my place to try and switch things up when I don't really understand the whole of our situation, you know, politically and with regards to all the other parts of the Pact? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm comfortable just striking out and trying to make my own peace or whatever else with everybody else. I don't want to treat people badly, but at the same time, I don't want to try changing things when I don't really have a firm grasp of how things stand in the first place. Oh, there was someone over here. Just warriors. Alright, we'll leave you alone then. Okay, book about Cameria. There it is. Cameria is one of the Farlands, occupying much of the northwest corner of Linnaeus. A land of fierce barbarian tribes, an outsider might at first consider it identical to the Wild Realm to the south. This would be a mistake. Once, centuries past, Cameria was the northern expanse of the Wild Realm, to the extent that this huge swath of fiercely independent people could be considered one entity. Then the northern tribes looked east, saw the huge stone cities, and became envious. The southern tribes stuck to the old ways, and the northern tribes began to build stone towers and halls. These tribes began to unite into larger alliances called steads, each with a city at its corner. So that's why we have Dhorl Stead. Okay. By the standards of, say, Kalimdariel, these settlements are miserably provincial and humble. And if you spent a few years searching, you might find someone in Cameria who cares what Kalimdariel thinks. I mean, good for them. Why do they care what Kalimdariel thinks? Then Cameria learned other tricks from the east, like the building of empires, the ways of constant war, the occasional utility of the massacre. The tribes of the west always had their skirmishes, but then the steads of Cameria banded together and brought a new way of war to the tribal lands, one that caused great suffering and loss in the Wild Realm, and that's why the Wild Realm joined the Pact. But now the Wild Realm is part of the Pact. Cameria pays yearly tribute to them. The traders of the Pact roam Cameria freely, untroubled by tolls or bandits, and the steads of Cameria count up the insults and dream of a gruesome vengeance. Well, I mean, from our history here, it sounds like Cameria was the aggressors in the first place, so not really feeling too sorry for them. We've done no wrong. I will deal with you. You all assume that I've come here to do harm to you. I came here to help, actually. I don't know. Who does it say more about? Avadon, that they assume we're going to hurt them? Or they themselves? That one, you know, they asked us to help. One of their own did. Although they seemed resentful about that. Some of the ones we talked to. So maybe they would rather just handle this themselves. An aging warrior of Cameria sits on the seat of honor, watching you approach. His face is starting to wrinkle, but he still spends many a day out in the wild. In both Cameria and the Wild Realm, hunting is still an important source of food and honor. He does not like having a hand of Avadon in his hall, but he knows that it would be unwise to keep you out. He nods to you. I welcome you, warrior of Avadon. You are no friend to our people, but as long as you are peaceful, you're safe under my roof. I am Runner Kellen. I don't know why you've come to us, but I don't think we will be able to help you. Okay, well, tell me about this hall. This is the home of my clan, largest of the 4 in Dhorl Stead. Each clan has a meeting hall here. All right, so all members of your clan live here? No, this is where we come to meet. Most of us are out in the wilds, in our own homesteads. Or hunting, of course. We would be a pitiful group indeed if we could all live here. Okay, so you're boasting that you guys are really, really big and you wouldn't all fit. Got it. You're the leader of the clan, eh? Leader? We're a family. There's no single man or woman who rules over us, not as long as Karl holds us in his iron grip. Oh, you don't like that, eh? Well, also, you're sitting in the seat of honor. But I've earned a level of respect. I'm asked for advice. I settle disputes. You say you're not a leader, but I think you're probably pretty much a leader. Tell me about the other clans. Also, this is very interesting. Karl holds you in his iron grip. We don't like that. Some are closer to us, some less. I would not draw the eye of Avadon to them by describing them. All I will say is that you will likely be less friendly. They will likely be less friendly to you than we are. Well, there's only 3 of them, so, and you said they all have a clan hall here, so I'm going to talk to them all. All right, why are they going to like us even less? Some of us want to conquer the Wild Realm. Others wish to reunite with our estranged brothers there. I will leave it at that. I mean, either way, guys, look. On the whole, you did bad enough with regards to the Wild Realm that they ran to the Pact for sanctuary and help. So the situation you have now, I don't know. I feel like you brought it on yourselves. It is what it is. Deal with it. Okay. I have another question. Runner Kellen sits in his chair. He seems very calm, but the other warriors aren't. They watch you from the shadows, and they keep their weapons nearby. Anything else to say before you depart? Yeah, I'm looking for some information. Runner Kellen adopts a very neutral expression. Knowledge is valuable, and Lord Karl has told us that it is not to be shared freely. Whatever you wish to learn, I'm sure he would love to tell you. His keep, Orgrim Tor, is to the northeast. You should see him there. It could be valuable to you, buddy, especially if you're chafing under his iron grip, to talk to me. Especially because if you gave me a chance, I would tell you, I'm here to help your freaking people. I kind of don't want to now. You all are so unfriendly. Let you deal with the shadow beast on your own. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna help them. But anyhow. Do we throw our weight around with this guy? It feels dicey. I said I asked for information, but I didn't ask for what specifically. So he's not refusing to answer something directly, you know. He's just telling me, you should talk to this other guy if you want to know anything. I could try to press it, but it seems a little too harsh. I'm a hand of Avadon. You must answer my questions. I didn't really ask a specific question. And also, even though it's kind of spiteful and petty, seems like, you know what? If he doesn't want a part of it, fine. Any benefit he could have had from I mean, he's not really thinking this through here. He could let me ask what I want to know, and then he knows what Avadon is here for. Instead, fine. If he doesn't, okay, he might not want anything to do with it. You know, the same way I don't want anything to do with Angevine and Fabron, who wants her dead, you know? Maybe he just wants to stay well out of this and keep his clan safe. That could be. Alright. Okay, I'm not going to trouble you then. You go about your life. I'm going to go talk to this guy in Orgrim Tor. Kellen nods. Thank you for your understanding. I wish you a safe journey. Please leave us. I mean, that's a fair, I don't know, that's a fairly polite way to send us off. I think maybe he doesn't, I assumed at first he didn't want to answer any of our questions just because he hates us because we're from Avadon. But no, now I'm thinking it really is, he just thinks that he doesn't know what we want, it could well be trouble, and he'd rather just keep his clan right out of it. That's fair. I'm still going to talk to the other clans and see if they say anything, but we'll leave him alone. Okay, so is this someone else's clan hall over here? Let's see. It's big, and it's set up a lot like the other one. Warriors in rooms to the sides? Yeah, I'm betting this is. But who's their leader? Maybe it isn't. I'm not seeing an obvious leader here. Or maybe it's just a smaller clan hall and it doesn't have one. I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to take those. Okay, you guys are just generic. Oh, here we go. Damra. This hall is full of the members of one of the clans of Dhorl Stead. They are all fierce Cimmerian warriors. They don't like having you in their home, and they have no interest in talking to you. Not one word. Eventually, you have to give up and leave. Avadon or not, there's no help to be had here. Oh man, this guy's... Well, he did warn us that no one else was gonna be... Okay. Well, again, you know, if all of them just kind of want to keep to themselves and stay out of whatever is bringing Avadon here, who can blame them? There are dark things in the woods. That is precisely why I am here. And if I can help you, I will. Nixie, let's talk to you. This dome is full of cooking fires and low clay ovens. It is where the clan members in Dhorl Stead come to bake their bread and socialize. The aromas of smoke and dough are heavy in the air. It is a cheery place, or at least it was until you arrived. The ovens are tended to by one old woman. She approaches you with a cheery air you have come to recognize. The attitude of one who fears Avadon, but is determined to be as friendly and helpful as possible until you go away. Oh. She says, "Welcome, visitors. Have a seat. Have a fresh baked roll. Everyone knows Dhorl Stead is a friendly place. I am Nixie and I tend to the ovens. Can I help you? I just want to talk. Please don't..." It sounds so ominous. I need to talk to you. No, in a nice way. I don't mean to freak you out. The people in the hall suddenly become very subdued. Nixie suddenly nods towards the window. What's at the window? Then she says, "Oh, we can talk. About little things. Nothing of importance. Not now, anyway." Wait, is someone listening? Are you being spied on? And she does talk to you. About baking. The weather. Any serious questions are politely deflected. Eventually you leave, no wiser for the time spent. A little bit wiser. We know that she's scared not just of us, but she's scared of the people who told her don't talk to Avadon and her listening to anything she might say to Avadon. Okay, I'm sorry to have put you in such an uncomfortable position, Nixie. I understand it. You've got it. She lives here. She's got to stay safe, you know? If there's potential repercussions for her talking to Avadon, well, that's kind of crappy of us to force the issue with her. Alright, let's go around the edge of this building, though. Get some of this out of here. Okay, this down here, the Shaman's Hall. We do need to go there, but there's also some buildings over here. We were in this one, but I want to clear out this little patch on the corner. There we go. It's nitpicky, but I just like to have my map all opened up. Alright, what do we got here? Can't take any of this stuff. Didn't really expect to be able to. Rogue warriors and elite archers. Ah, Shaman Tress. Let's talk to you. This hall is full of the members of one of the clans of Dhorl Stead. They are all fierce Cimmerian warriors. They don't like having you in their home, and they have no interest in talking to you. Not one word. Okay. Yep, same as before. Very well. We're not even going to try to open the treasure chest, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to take anything in it, even if we can. And what's this? Stone Master. Okay, so who do I... Well, let's take a look at this just in case. Nope. Stone Master, where are you? Over here? Maybe back here? Let's take a look over here first. We've done nothing wrong, Stone Master Wrath. All you assuming... And I can't really fault them for assuming that they're going to get in trouble. Probably anytime you see Avadon, you gotta be a bit on your toes and nervous about things. But no, I'm actually here to help, guys. Am I here to help? Or did Miranda send me here just because she wants them all not to forget that Avadon is always watching or whatever? Lorella. Oh! The master stoneworker of Dhorl Stead is sitting at his table, eating a bowl of stew. His hair is thinning and gray, and his body bears all of the marks of a long life breaking apart and shaping rock. Stone dust covers the backs of his hands. When he looks up at you, you can see the misery and conflict in his eyes. He wants to turn you out, but he can't. He stares at you for a long moment, trying to decide what to do. Finally, he sets his spoon down. "I am Stone Master Roth," he says in a weary voice. "I never knew whether you might come. You have, and I find that my hopes and fears have both come true. But there's something I need to ask you." I'm the one who asks the questions. No, I think we can work with this guy. What do you want to know? "I've lost 2 children. One, Aslak, was taken by a beast who roams the woods around our village. Another, Lorella, left me to go to Avadon, and that's why I'm back here. She sought vengeance our leaders would not give us." For a moment he allows himself to be hopeful. "Have you seen Lorella? Have you seen my daughter?" "I won't say who has or hasn't come to Avadon." That's so mean. That's so mean. Yes, she came to Avadon, she reached us, and that's the reason I'm here. She asked for help, so I've come. Roth nods. His joy at the news is not unmixed. "Then it is true. Lorella brought the gaze of Avadon here, and all know it. It will be difficult for us." Will it be more or less difficult than having a shadow beast run around unchecked killing people, though? You know? Because I do intend to take care of that. "But I thank you for telling me that my beloved daughter lives. In return, I will give you what little information I can." "Thank you." "Okay, so you're a stoneworker, eh?" He nods. 30 long years, hammering at rock and shaping it. We come late to the craft. My work is among the best in our land, but nothing compared to that in the Tawan Empire." "All right, so you make the stone for all the buildings here?" He smiles. "Oh no, my workshop only makes the pieces of quality. Trim, finishing pieces. Many others worked the sort of crude blocks that form the walls of Ogrim Tor. And many of those workers were trained by me." "So why does Cameria make stone buildings now?" "Because, as long as we live in huts and live like nomads, we are at the mercy of the Eastern powers. The Tawan Empire, Holklanda. They can crush us with stone and steel." This seems somewhat conflicting with some of the other information I've come across. You're worried about them crushing you, but the Wild Realm is worried about you crushing them. I don't know, are you guys the aggressors or the victims? Bit of both. Another question? Can you tell me about Dhorl Stead? I'll say a little, and I know I'd taken a great risk saying even that. We're an old village, composed of 4 allied clans. Once we had a chief, shamans, so on. But then Lord Karsta Arl rose, gained power, an army, had his fortress built, and now he commands these parts. So why can't you speak with me? Because Karsta Arl said not to. In our little village, Hunter Salom is the arm of Lord Karsta Arl. He enforces the law, and he loves to do it. Karsta Arl sent word that none should help any outsiders that arrive. As long as Salom is near, all the villagers will never help you. How did Karsta Arl gain so much power? His great-grandfather was once merely the chief of Dhorl Stead. That elder saw that other fortresses were being built in Cameria, closer and closer to us. He saw that, if we did not match our rivals, we would suffer bloody conquest. That elder began the construction of Ogrim Tor and launched bloody conquests of his own. and the gruesome business passed to his son, and to his son, and then to Karsta Arl. We were not consulted. Well, it seems like rough choices. You either go along with the gruesome conquest, or be gruesomely conquested yourself. Tell me about the fortress. Ogrim Tor is finally complete, after 80 years of constant work, and much suffering among our people, but now it terrifies our enemies, and us as well. While Lord Karsta Arl rules there, with Moritz Creek lending him power, all the Cimmerians near us will tremble with terror. Who is Moritz Creek? He's Lord Karsta Arl's wizard. Ah. He has a tower to the north. His powers are... I do not know the limits to them, but I know that little is said that he does not hear, so I will say no more. He's the one doing all the spying, eh? All right. One more question. So, I'm hunting the shadowy creature that killed your son. Any info you can give me would be very useful. Roth involuntarily looks toward the window. And Hunter Salom and his enforcers don't know of this? I could get in great trouble for helping you, but... There's little to say. The beast lurks outside town from time to time. Aslak, my son, he had the poor fortune to encounter it late one evening. We found the body the next morning. I saw him. He was... He chokes up. So... Can you describe it? It doesn't sound like you've seen it. I've never seen it. I know only what I've heard. The beast is huge and cunning. It seems to be surrounded by shadows that cover and conceal it, like maybe a wizard is part of it. It has... But I do not want to simply repeat rumors. I kind of want to know the rumors, though. Alright, so are you sure it was a beast? And not like Karsta Arl ensorcelled or something? And not trickery? This was considered. It has been seen. It has been tracked. It is large, deadly, and very real. And how has Lord Karsta Arl reacted? For a moment, Roth's anger is directed somewhere other than Avadon. At something killing us, mere villagers, people unimportant to his fortress, his dreams of conquest. Well, doesn't he need you guys to conquest things and to build his fortress? I guess the fortress is finished now. Maybe he doesn't care. The only thing that has been done is for him to send Salome to tell us to be quiet, to withstand our suffering meekly. I had to swallow my rage and accept it. Lorella could not, so she went to you. Okay, so how do I find this thing that I'm feeling more and more is definitely connected to Karsta Arl? I can't tell you where to hunt the beast. I'm no hunter. But Dhorl Stead has warriors who roam deep into the woods. They have little love for Hunter Salome. One of them might have seen something in his or her travels. Do you have any idea who? Lord Karsta Arl and his wizard hear everything said in Dhorl Stead eventually. My family suffered enough. If you don't want to hurt us, you'll leave now. Okay. I don't want to hurt you, but I have one more quick question. So it was how might I find it, and then anything else I should know? Only that Lord Karsta Arl and his wizard hear everything said in Dhorl Stead eventually. I fear for my daughter. If they learn that she's brought Avadon here, please leave me. You will only draw suspicion. Okay. No, thank you, though. You gave me a lot of really good information. That was very, very helpful, and hopefully nothing bad happens to you. I think there's something really suspicious going on with your lord. He's sounding more and more like a bad guy. Oh, there's that trapdoor we found, and I really do want to go down there. Let's go talk to the shamans, though, because I have skipped them thus far. Boop. But at least now, talking to the villagers first, I know that when I do go to Ogrim Tor, I don't want to let them know that it was Lorella who sent me here. Anybody in here? Hello? Huh. More about Cimmeria. Oh, this entry's already in. Okay. So it's just more of the same. A visitor. This lady is blue. Alright, Uni. This is a familiar sight in villages all across Cimmeria and the Wild Realm. An old shaman sitting behind a fire, incense heavy in the air, waiting to give advice or judgment. But this hall has been neglected. The trophies are old and dusty. The floor is dirty. Few come here. The old woman behind the fire was asleep when you entered. Then her eyes open. She sees you. Then she begins to croak. Ah, Lavinia, envoy of our enemy. You have arrived. Come, step forward. Old Uni will see you now. You step forward. Okay, let's talk. So you know my name, eh? And I am not supposed to talk to you. The word already comes from Ogrim Tor. But I am a shaman, not bound by their words. I will talk to you, because it is my only way to protect our village. Okay. Now, I know that I said I was going to be stern, but I don't think this situation calls for it, because this woman is working with me. So, against the orders of her lord. So, I don't need I'm a hand of Avadon sort of attitude here. Okay. I only came to hunt something. And I might help you. Be careful who you tell of that, though. Those who rule us can use that knowledge to do harm. So you think I should bypass them altogether? I'm kind of inclined to go with what the citizenry feels like we should do. Especially considering, it was just a regular citizen who asked us for help in the first place and not the local governing system. So, alright. So you're a shaman, eh? I am. A lonely post in this new age. I could be very useful. Giving wisdom, making potions, training my successor, tending to the sacred circles. But there's no place for me here now. Do you have a successor? No, none. All who might have stayed have gone off to the fortresses, using their skills for war or trade. One day, a young traveling shaman will come here to serve, but he or she will not be of this place. It makes me sad. Sorry about that. What wisdom do you have? I have no wisdom for Avadon. It is a strange thing to me, far from this place, far from what I know. Alright, that's fair. What's these sacred circles you were talking about? There's little to tell. The stones are where we meet with nature, expose ourselves to it. Magic places, but places that can draw dark forces. Like a shadow beast? I am old and weak, and Lord Karsta does not care about the circles. I cannot tend to them all myself, even when they fall into darkness. Okay, corrupted circle. I'm not interested in this. No, this is related to the shadow beast. Where's a corrupted circle? I've done what I can, so only one of our circles has fallen into darkness. I would like to restore it, but I lack the strength. It is in the Dhorl woods. To purify it, first the dark spirits would have to be challenged, then driven out. Alright, how do I challenge them? The presence of the living is enough to challenge them. Stand in the circle long enough and the creatures will be drawn, but none want to expose themselves to such peril, so the circle will stay lost. No, I'm totally going to expose myself to such peril. I will take care of this. I got another question, though. Uni sits behind the fire, cross-legged. Sometimes she lights incense or sings an old chant. Much of the time, she sleeps alone. When you are here, she watches you calmly, hoping to do what she can for her village. So, can you tell me about your leaders? Yes, leaders. That is what we have. Not chieftains. I am free to speak of it. Being a shaman gives me some privileges. We have a lord, Lord Karsta. He controls all of the settlements for many miles. He inherited his little empire from his family, and he controls it with a fist of steel and the power of his wizard. And here, in Dhorl Stead, the voice of our lord is Hunter Salome, and a harsh voice it is, too. So, tell me about Karsta. He rules from Ogrim Tor, and he is skilled, a fierce warrior and hunter, and a cunning leader in war. He expects total loyalty for the people in his lands. To disobey is to be crushed, in the modern Cimmerian fashion. Is he a wise leader? Wisdom does not matter here. He has, in his short life, added 2 steads to the land of the Dhorla. A mighty achievement. Much blood has flowed as his word. And yet he has drawn the gaze of Avadon. Perhaps he's not so cunning after all. Well, that's a thought. The people don't seem to be too excited about him. As much as he is hated, he has power. Power brings safety. Cimmeria is a cruel and violent place now. I mean, it kind of sounds like it always was. And only thick walls save us from being burned away by a rival stead. Alright, so you don't like it. You hate him, but he's yours. Okay, I can understand. So then, let's talk some more about why I'm here. I see. The Hall of a Shaman is sacred. You may speak freely here. Okay, I think I can trust you, because I think that you really do care about your village, and I think this corrupted circle is probably tied in with everything that I'm here for. So I'm looking for a beast wrapped in shadows. Ah, you've met Lorella. Her father, Roth, told me of his fear for her. I know of the beast. I can feel its darkness, how it warps the land around it. It should be hunted, but Lord Karsta pretends that it does not exist. She thinks. It should be hunted, and yet perhaps not slain. Why would I not kill it? I am uncertain. I can feel it. It is a warped thing, and yet I think that it is not mindless. I'm not a soldier. I cannot doom a creature unless I feel I understand it. It's a person. It's a person under some kind of dark sorcery, isn't it? That's what it is. Maybe Karsta Arl. No, I think that's what it is. So where can I find it? I don't know. It roams deep in the woods, far from my sight. But the hunters, the explorers of the deep woods, they might be able to tell you more. I think that's everything then. Okay. We asked all these, right? No, we did not. Tell me more about Karsta Arl's wizard. The wizard Moritz Kree has a personal dislike for me, and his power is great, because he sees you as competition, huh? He also seems to hear all that is said about him. I will not speak. Okay, fair enough. What about Hunter Salome? Can you tell me about him? He and his warriors watch the people of Dhorl Stead closely. None are free to speak when Salome is near. Salome gets all of the hunters that should go to the all of the honors that should go to the hunters. Karsta Arl, the people fear and respect. Hunter Salome is only hated. All right, very well. Okay. So you gave me some great information. And I think we definitely want to restore this corrupted circle. So, does the city continue up past this bridge? Let's take a look. We got to make our way to Ogrim Tor. Maybe that's over here. I think we're going to be really cagey about what exactly we're willing to say to Karsta Arl. Even if we might not even get to talk to him. We might just have to stop at Hunter Salome. Whatever. Because I think some of I kind of want to go back now that we've talked to her and we've talked to Lorella's dad and see if we can talk to the one clan leader who was willing to say a little bit to us at least. He might be willing. He was a hunter, right? So he might actually have some more to say now. Oh, someone threw away a crystal back here. Let's get it. Got some fierce wind going on here, huh? There's a stone circle here. Such circles are the centers of worship for the shamans of Chimeria and the Wild Rim. However, this circle is neglected. Leaves have not been swept away. Remains of the last offerings have not been cleared. The Chimerians have adopted new ways and are forgetting the old. The Wild Realm has stuck to its traditions. And if Janelle were here, I bet she'd have something to say about this. Now they hate each other. Nobody knows who will prevail in the end. Okay, this is the dirty circle? Because I didn't expect we'd run into it so quickly, but if so, then, you know, we might as well go for it, right? Alright, vaguely concerned I might die, so let's, just hang out here a bit, she says, huh? What are you doing here? Okay, there are several Chimerians out in the village, talking, tending to their crops, continuing the business of farm life. And yet they are not calm. They constantly are looking for foes. Sometimes they look worriedly at you. At other times, they nervously watch the road toward Ogrim Tor and the woods at the edge of town. To live in Dhorl Stead now is to constantly fear a variety of threats. You try to talk to this villager, but you learn nothing of value. Terror of displeasing a hand of Avadon gets in the way of conversation. Yeah. Candles, okay. Well, she said just stay in the middle a while. And this is the neglected one it was talking about, right? We've got this little mark on the map, and there's not another one near. I wonder if we have to be here at... Well, I don't know. There hasn't really been a day-night cycle, has there? The creature comes at night, so it seems like that's when we would need to try to find the creature. And for the neglected circle... I don't know. It's a bit neglected. I don't know if that's what we're after, though. I might just need to be more patient. What's this? Oh, is that a... Oh! To the northeast, you can see the difference between Chimeria and the Wild Realm. There's a stone fortress here. Several circular walls, built from large crude stones and connected by pathways. A wide, shallow moat surrounds the whole building. The people of the Wild Realm are more nomadic. They don't build fortresses. The Cimmerians have been much more eager to copy the ways of the other lands of Linnaeus, both cultural and military, and alas, the change has also left them more violent and greedy for territory. So, what do we have here? Oh, it's a cloak on the ground. Okay, here's some people. What we got here? Cimmerian thugs. And, wait, hang on, who are you? Keep guard. Even though they are standing in front of a massive stone fortress, these warriors are clearly afraid of you. When you approach them, they mutter nervously. You don't learn anything from them. You do learn, however, that they are unable to open the gate and let you into Ogrim Tor. Who are you? Just a townswoman? Townsman. So, am I going to have trouble getting to Ogrim Tor? Into Ogrim Tor? Moritz Kree, huh? Alright, I do want to talk to you. But I'm not sure I trust you. You're seeming thus far to be a pretty suspicious character to me. So, we'll see. Okay, so this is... Nope, here he goes. You stand at the gates of Ogrim Tor, the fortress from which Dhorl Stead and the surrounding lands are ruled. The gates are, you can't help but notice, closed. Yep, there they are down there. Not getting in. An elderly man stands in front of the gates waiting for you. It is common practice all over Linnaeus for mages to wear robes to mark their profession. This man has taken it an extra step. His robes are covered with flamboyant designs, and the shoulders are heavily padded. He nods to you and intones solemnly, I am Moritz Kree, Wizard of Ogrim Tor, honored advisor to Lord Karsta Arl, and I know you, Lavinia. I have emerged to greet you and learn your business here. Well, Avadon has sent me here. Of course, you have some mission of great importance, and we wish to help you all we can so that your gaze can turn away from us. So, why are you here? He tries to act casual, but he is clearly desperate to know your purpose. Natalie subtly taps you on the shoulder. When you turn to look at her, she gives her head a slight shake. I know, Nat, I wasn't going to spill the beans to him. I don't trust this guy either. I'm from Avadon. My purpose is private, bucko, so you're going to have to just deal with that. The wizard nods, but you can see how displeased he is at this answer. We can offer much aid, but only if we know what you seek. When you see that it is wise to trust us, I will be here. Alright, so you're a mage, eh? Moritz Kree stands up straight and slightly shakes his upper torso, showing off his shoulder pads. Not any mere sorcerer. My line has served the lords of Ogrim Tor since its construction began. My line has its own tower to the north, but I spend most of my time at this keep, ever at my master's call. Where'd you... I do kind of... I don't know. This seems to be the guy to remind that... I mean, these are the ones all of our villagers are telling them that they're all set. They've conquered all these other people and stuff, so this could be a good person to check. Yeah. So you're aware that Avadon restricts the activities of Farlander wizards, right? He gives you a subservient smile. I am. We have never hidden anything from Avadon. If you can ever enter this keep, you will see that I have made sure to never exceed the powers of mages of the Pact. I am humble. What do you mean if I can ever enter this keep? Where'd you learn your magic? From my father and from certain scrolls and tomes. All Avadon proved, I assure you. Okay, so I have another question. I want to go into this fort. Moritz Kree stands solemnly and watches you. You have time to admire his outlandish robes. All mages are proud, but few of them let it go to their head to this extent. Moritz Kree says, in a deep and theatrical voice, Is there anything else you need before you depart? Yeah, let me in. The wizard adopts an air of surprise and sadness. Then I must disappoint you. Alas, Lord Karsta Arl has ordered the gates sealed. There is a sickness, and this keep is quarantined. We would never put the warriors of Avadon at risk. Thus, I regret to say that the gates will remain closed. Sevelin mutters, Turn away warriors of Avadon? How dare they, sickness or no? I am going to insist he lets me in, but first, tell me about this disease. It is mysterious, but nothing that is beyond my powers, given time. But until it is cured, nobody from outside will enter the keep. Orders of Karsta Arl. Karsta Arl does not command me, so you're going to let me in. The wizard seems calm, but the warriors in the guardhouses are very tense. Moritz Kree smiles. Then you must report our crime to Avadon and let Redbeard decide how to respond. Until then, the gates remain closed, but I assure you that any aid you could receive inside you will get from me now. It's gonna be like that, is it? Alright. Alright. I'll go for now. Yes. Wise Lord Karsta Arl has instructed me to remain out here when you are in the area. If you need more aid, I will provide it, if I can. Very well. Yeah. Completely suspicious of you guys. I know you got something going on here. But that's alright. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I have a feeling it's not gonna shake out well for you and Karsta Arl. Although, I mean, we haven't even seen Karsta Arl. And Hunter Salome is the one who always talks for Karsta Arl. Is Karsta Arl even in charge here? Or is he, like, trapped in his own fortress and it's just those two guys running the show? There's definitely something questionable going on here. And we will get to the bottom of it. But I don't think there's anything more to be gained from talking to those fellas. Okay, do I want to go... This looks like a... Go to another zone, perhaps. Okay, I think I want to go back to town. Look at all this unopened part of the map. And I want to try talking to the hunters again. Now that we've talked to the shaman, they might be willing to tell us something. So, yeah, to this clan hall. I think that's our best bet. Back to his fancy chair. Avadon has come. Again. Yeah, I'm back. So then... Looking for some information? Runner Kellen adopts a very neutral expression and says the same thing he said before. Go to Ogrim Tor. Look, I went there, and he wouldn't let me in. There's a long moment of silence. Runner Kellen ponders this. The more he thinks, the angrier he gets. Our Lord turns you away. He taunts Avadon. Brings your anger to us. These, see, the townspeople, they got it right. They understand. I feel kind of bad for him, but, you know. But, I mean, you don't want to bring on the wrath of Avadon, right? He waves a hand. His warriors suddenly find their own business to attend to, pointedly not listening to your conversation. Perhaps there are a few things I can tell you, if it satisfies you and leads to your departure. I know, you guys just really want it. He's so furious because he just wants Avadon out of here. And instead he knows that me not getting to the fort is just going to keep me hanging around. Okay, so let's come right out with it, and then we'll ask him the other stuff. I've come here to hunt the beast. Runner Kellen looks to one of his warriors. The hunter goes to the south window and looks out of it, taking care to appear nonchalant. Then he turns from the window and nods. Kellen turns to you. We can speak of it. Briefly, before Salome and his thugs return to our village. Oh, that's who the thugs were. The beast, yes. The shadow beast, we call it. Not a creative name, but very true. Very real and very dangerous. You've seen it? I have. It's in the shape of a wolf, tall as a man's shoulder, wreathed in shadow. Does not always strike. Sometimes it only watches us, and makes strange noises, then flees. But then, at times, it does attack. It is swifter than sight, and its teeth are like razors. Has it killed many people? So far, a dozen. Grim tally. All of the clans have been hurt. It seems to be growing bolder. We see it more often, closer and closer to Dhorl Stead. Where did it come from? We do not know. It appeared almost a year ago, and it is unlike anything in our memories or tales. Okay, well, I want to take it down, so how can I find it? Runner Kellen retrieves a map from his quarters and shows it to you. I don't know where its lair is, but I do know where it has been seen the most. It seems the best place to start the hunt. You must go north to the Dhorl Woods. Find the forest around the tower of the wizard Moritz Creed. Oh, it hangs out by Moritz Creeds, does it? Then find the northwest road. Follow it, and the forest will become grim and dark indeed. Ooh, Dhorl Woods is in my world map. Okay, has Karsta Arl sent any warriors there? My lord does nothing to hunt the creature. That is the only reason that I will aid you. Okay, so when I'm there, how do I hunt it? I mean, well, how's he... Like, he's gonna know. They haven't been able to take it down. Will not be difficult. In those woods, the creature will soon hunt you. Alright, another question. Okay, I would like to know more about the woods themselves. The woods of Chimeria are deep and dark. They are full of the finest game in Linnaeus, as well as dangerous prey. Huge spiders, drakes, things that bring much honor from the hunting. And yet the woods are not like what they were when I was young. They're far more dangerous now. There's prey now that we dare not hunt. Huh. What can't you hunt? I'm ashamed to admit it, but there's some prey in the woods that I will not call a hunt for, because the loss of some of my clan would be guaranteed. Well, give me examples. And there are some deadly foes that are even beyond the strength of the clans together to destroy. It was not always thus, but in these last few years the shadows have grown. It's because you've been neglecting your circles. Can't the clans work together? This is not our way. Hunting is competition for us. For food, for honor. Okay, I mean, but if there's things that are going to destroy you and kill you, maybe you could set that aside to take care of it? Apparently not. Well, perhaps there's something I can hunt. Wonder Kellen suddenly seems very interested, perhaps thinking of traps for the hands of Avadon. There is a creature that has been hunting us. Not far to the north. It has slain one of our clan. It is a huge arachnid, called the Widow of Bones. Were you to destroy it, we would be in your debt. Alright, so why haven't you guys killed it? We could, but the battle would be likely to kill at least one of my clan warriors. In these dark times, I am willing to shed a little honor to maintain our strength. Very well. Why is it called the Widow of Bones? It is a huge arachnid, cunning for its kind. It decorates the paths around its lair with piles of bones, the remains of its prey. The remains of several Dhorl Stead warriors are there. Each of our clans have lost a young runner in the quest to bring the creature down. Alright, where's it at? In the Dhorl woods. If you are ever near the Tower of Moritz Cree again, look in the woods to the south. Alrighty, another question? So, back to the woods. So, why are the woods more dangerous now? His face darkens. I don't know. I know that Lord Karsta should be helping to remove the worst of the pests, the ones too strong for a single clan to bring down, and he does not. As for his wizard, well, there are things that it is dangerous to say. Yeah, this wizard is a lot of you guys are very concerned about him. Okay, so you've been out there many times, I suppose, eh? Since I received my first proper bow at the age of 10, it has been impossible to keep me out of the woods, even now when they seem to get darker with every passing day. Alright, and we asked about what can't hunt, and blah 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 blah. Another question. Okay, tell me about Karsta. He's the ruler of Dhorl Stead and the lands beyond. His family is conquered and controlled for 4 generations. He enforces all of the new ways. We'll say no more than that. It's not safe to discuss him with you, even to say kind things. Okay, what about Moritz Cree? He is Lord Karstarl's wizard. His skill has helped Dhorl Stead to become a true power in Cameria, and I will say no more. Little is said that he does not hear. Okay, well I think I got enough information to get going, so, thank you. Hunter Kellen seems relieved. Alright, safe travels to you. And I do appreciate the danger that all these folk have put themselves in by talking to me. But, I mean, how rough for them? They have all these horrors they have to beware of in the woods. But then they've also got to be terrified of their own leadership. It's a tough life, guys. Okay. I think we've gone most ways. We've not gone across this bridge, though. Not far, at any rate. So, let's just look out here a bit. I'm thinking that circle of stones I found probably isn't the actual circle for the quest. Not yet. Oops! Okay. Oof, I thought I accidentally clicked yes. No, stop it. I want to look at my map. Okay, so I think this is a leave the region spot, right? Maybe? Stop. I'm trying to look at my map. Good grief. Okay. So from Torque, we can't get into it. Okay, and then that's the abandoned trapdoor. So yeah, I think we're... Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back and next time we're going to start out by investigating that trapdoor, because I want to know what's under there. And then when we're done with that, I think we are ready to head out into the Dhorl Woods. And I'm kind of excited about that, because we got a couple things that we can do there now, right? We got this Widow of Bones, we got to find a corrupted circle, close in on this shadow beast, and find a way to defeat it but not kill it. This is a very interesting quest. I'm really interested in this shadow beast because I think there's definitely a lot more going on with it than that it's just a straight up beast. I'm pretty excited to learn what it's all about.